To err is human, but at times, these mistakes have cost teams more than they could have ever imagined. Let us take a look at the top 5 costliest mistakes in cricket. Rohit Sharma dropped. On 13th November 2014, India were playing an ODI against Sri Lanka at the Eden Gardens. India won the toss and elected to bat. Early in the innings, Rohit Sharma was batting on 4 runs when he tried to come down the wicket to hit a 6. The Indian opener got an outside edge and the ball went towards Pereira for an easy catch. But Pereira couldn't catch it and Rohit Sharma went on to score a massive 264 runs, which still remains the highest individual score in ODI cricket. Crossing the line. The Indian team have had unforgettable performances in ICC events in recent times. One of those knockout games was the second semi-final of the ICC T20 World Cup in 2016. India were playing West Indies at the famous Wankhede Stadium. The hosts put up a competitive 192 runs in their 20 overs. The visitors were 49 for 2 in 6.5 overs when Ashwin managed to find the outside edge of Lendl Simmons. Jasprit Bumrah took a stunner, only to find out that the off-spinner had overstepped. This meant that Simmons got another chance. His knock made sure that India was kept out of the T20 World Cup final. GIBBS fumbles. Australia and South Africa were always known for their close encounters in the World Cup. The same was the case in 1999. Australia met South Africa in a must-win situation. A century by Herschel Gibbs put the Proteas in a commanding position. The Aussies in reply were struggling at 48 for 3 when the captain Steve Waugh came out to bat. Just when it looked like he was getting into the groove, he flicked the ball to Herschel Gibbs. Gibbs got the ball and in his eagerness to celebrate, dropped it. The spectators were aghast and Steve Waugh went on to score 120 to lead Australia to victory. South Africa's misery didn't end there. They met the Aussies again in the semi-finals, which ended in a painful tie. However, Australia went on to the finals instead of the Proteas because of their higher position in the Super 6 table. Australia's DRS debacle. Ashes 2019. England had to win the Headingley Test to keep the series alive. The hosts were 351 for 9 with 9 runs needed to level the series. Jack Leach was on strike and a Yorker by Pat Cummins crashed into his pads. Everyone who watched it knew that the ball had pitched outside leg and was clearly not out. Australia, in their desperation, chose to challenge the umpire's decision. This cost them their last remaining review. In the next over, needing just 2 to win, Stokes attempted a sweep against Nathan Lyon. The ball struck his pads. Even the replays showed that Stokes was clearly out. But the umpire had signalled not out, and Australia couldn't review it. One DRS review cost Australia the Ashes win. DHARMASENA'S extra run. This small mistake definitely remains the costliest umpiring error of all time. England needed 9 runs from 3 balls when Ben Stokes hit the ball in the deep to Martin Guptill. Guptill was quick to throw the ball to the keeper's end, but the ball ricocheted off Stokes' bat and reached the boundary. Umpire Kumar Dharmasena signalled 6 runs. The match was tied, and so was the super over. England were awarded the title because of their superior boundary count. Simon Toffel, the former elite umpire, later pointed out that Dharmasena had made a mistake in awarding 6 runs instead of 5 to England.